rate cuts, what percentage correction should we be prepared to stomach in stocks and crypto?
I think for stocks, because the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, they're on like 22-week highs. Like this run for stocks even has been pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, rate cuts. Well, when do you think they're gonna cut rates? I think we might get one this year. I don't think it's gonna be like the 3, like how many people thought. I think we get one later.
I think the June 12th meeting.
So one or two, maybe.
I'm still in the 3 camp, but I just have to hear the next meeting, the meeting that I'm looking out for, because I'll know which way the wind's blowing at that point. Because I think they're going to have political pressure to keep lowering, because normally how the Fed operates is they help out whoever party's in power. But it's like if the Republicans are in power, they're going to help the Republicans, the Democrats. So like, even though that crash is a little scary, that'll happen just because it's the knee-jerk reaction, because it's really mostly because it only, like, lowering rates only helps stocks out and real estate out and crypto out, because it's easier to borrow money and money can move faster. The reason that there's a big shock in the market is because how much money is in bonds? You said it was like 140 billion?
140 trillion.
Trillions, right? So yeah. A small you don't look it up, that's fine. The small change in the interest rates actually shocks people, because some people are leveraging heavy on bonds or doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So a small change in interest rates can have dramatic effects and stuff. Just so when the Federal Reserve was increasing the rates to 5.5%, I literally said, I was one of the few guys, at least where I was looking, that was called. I like Richard Hart called the top, right? I was calling the interest rate top. It's the top. Buy bonds, 10-year treasuries. Buy 10-year treasuries. Yeah, like what was it? I think like if you bought $1 million 10-year treasury note and stuff like that, you would get like $52,000 a year for the next 10 years, and then you could sell it in a couple of years, because if interest rates are going to come down the next, let's just say it's getting lagged out, but in the next 3 years it'll at least be down to 3.5%. 4 years, you could collect $150,000 of yield in 3 years and sell that bond off for more than you put into it, and probably have like a 25 to 30% profit on your capital on a bond.
That's nuts.
That's crazy money. That's the crazy money, right? But so we had a 5.5 point top. I had a weird dream that the rates went down and something happened and they went higher than 5.5%. Maybe that'll happen. We'll come back.
What kind of dream is this? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had it really recently.
A nightmare.
I've been having a lot of nightmares. You know why too. But yeah, I dreamed that we went to 5.5%, we went down really low, and then inflation started spiking up badly again for some reason, and then they cranked it up to stop it. But yeah.
I mean, like, for what the question is, potentially, if there's like a downturn for stocks, I don't even think it would even be like a COVID moment for like COVID. Like that was like what, a 30% downturn. Mm-hmm. I mean, some like worst case scenarios, probably maybe looking at like 15 to 20%. Like for stocks, for Bitcoin, that would maybe like what, 30%, maybe, give or take. So 35, give or take. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, because it's like stocks. Max for me, like stocks would drop 10% maximum. That's a lot though. That's a lot. Probably closer to 4 to 5% and stuff on stocks maybe. And then because like lowering rates are usually good, and then but it's mostly the bond market going like, oh my god. Oh, so this is why I didn't finish the point. So that 5.5%, the minute that they announced that was the top, the bonds got readjusted, and instead of getting paid out like 5.25%, because like obviously bond, like if the interest rates were like 5.5% to 5.7%, and the 10-year treasury note, the top for it roughly was like 5.25.
Yeah,
5.25 and stuff for a 10-year treasury note. It dropped to as low as like I think 4.25.
Yeah,
it dropped full point as soon as
100 basis points.
Yeah, as soon as it got announced that like, hey, we're done increasing interest rates, then the bonds went like boom, like it went like that. So you lost a full like 10. You lost basically a full like $10,000 per million, per month or some shit, or per year and stuff, in yield off of that. But that is probably what's going to happen.